this down.
Sammy Lee here.
We are the Soul Brothers. How you guys doing? Back up in it. We for those of you who follow us on IG, if you don't follow us at SoulBrothers_IG, we posted a story of us getting a 12-ton press and chopping some shoes up, and guess what? We're starting to lose our damn minds, and we're chopping some shoes up, squishing them, seeing what happens to some of the tech. So we can have a better understanding of what's happening, and maybe you guys will as well.
Rip mic drop.
Rest in peace to these mic drops here.
Sad day.
It's a sad day. We're gonna bury them after this.
Look at that.
Well, you can just tape them up with some duct tape.
Oh my
right?
God. But yeah, so we cut it in half. We did it. We put it under the press.
Yep.
And let's see what happens. All right, so. It's weird because this press, there's no plate.
Yeah.
I guess you can get attachments, but this one I don't think you can. So what's going down is this little part, this little circle thing.
Yeah, this little cylinder.
Yes.
Piston type thing shoots down and squishes whatever. We do have a plate on the bottom.
Yes.
Right, as the base. So. First, what we wanted to do is just stick the whole shoe in there.
Yes.
Right? And squish the whole shoe, see what happened there. So this is 12 tons of pressure. That's a lot. Okay, Google, how much weight is in 1 ton?
US ton.
Okay, it's 2,000 pounds.
2,000.
All right, so that's what, 24,000 pounds?
Yes.
That's a lot. That's crazy.
So as you guys can see, we found like an X thing. It's not supposed to be used like this, but we just did it. And
I mean, we squished the hell out of this thing, man. And guess what?
It didn't pop.
It did not pop. So I never had a zoom unit pop, personally. Have you?
No.
So a lot of people
motherfuckers must be going hard.
I mean, what are you guys doing? You know what I mean? Like
that's as far as right now. That's as far as it goes.
Yeah, that's 12 tons. That's 24,000 pounds of pressure sitting right on there, and there's no pop.
Nope. And here is a close-up right there. Here's a little theatrical pan right there.
Yeah, we need some like epic music here. But that shit is squished. That's a pancake right there.
Yes.
So now let's take a look at popping it back open.
Boom.
Wow.
Right, so it just comes right back up and inflates.
And of course, we remove the plate, and we start checking it out, and it seems to be pretty much the same. I mean, it feels like you can just ball in it just the same.
Look, there's a little bit of compression in the Phylon. Of course, that's to be expected, but the zoom unit is still intact. It's not popped. Doesn't even seem like there's any damage or anything to the zoom unit. So, which is very interesting.
Yeah.
And looking at this part right here, this is when we took out the what do you call it? The plate? The X plate?
The plate was dispersing some of the force, obviously. So
surface area.
Some of the surface area. So what you just saw right there is that piston shot right through that entire midsole.
Yes.
But there's really no pop. It just kind of was like the air leaked out.
It wasn't like a boom.
No. But the only reason it even popped or air came out of it is because that piston completely cut through.
Yeah, it cut. It didn't. The zooming didn't pop.
No.
It just cut through because there's just so much pressure. And I don't know. Like if I'm guessing, like if the what do you call it? If we had a larger surface area, like the surface area exactly the size of this shoe, I don't think it would have popped with 12 tons.
I don't think so either.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, cause we did it with the X bar, and this is a smaller surface area than it would be with a whole shoe, right?
Yeah. I mean, unless you get like a press,
that's like 80 tons,
like the shop press guy, that YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Like that fool it's so heavy that you can that fool pops paper.
Yeah.
Which is
insane.
And stuff starts to explode under that much force. But so I mean, this is 12 tons. So now let's look at this coming out, and we can take a look at what this cylinder did to the shoe.
All right, so it screwed up the Phylon.
You can see the Phylon trying to return a little bit, but it can only do so much.
Yeah. So there's a hole in there.
That's where the air came out.
And then you guys can actually see the fibers. And I can actually see the fiber also a little bit. It did go back in though.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy. And then of course right here, you guys can probably hear it. Oh, I'll put sound in this video.
Yeah.
And the zoom unit is just every single, you can hear the air come out.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So I guess that's what it feels like. It feels like a rock. It hurts.
Yeah.
When I put my foot down and heel strike and whatnot. So I guess the zoom unit actually does a lot of like impact protection and stuff like that. Because without it, it's just a straight file and it really hurts. Of course, that's Donnie Boy cutting up the shoe with a fucking pocket knife thing.
Yeah, it's a little box cutter.
And that's
really all you need to cut a shoe open.
That's pretty badass, dude. I thought you needed at least like a saw, like an electric saw or something, but I guess not. And that knife was really sharp. It's really interesting. So looking at the zoom units, it's just plastic.
Yeah.
It's a thick TPU. I don't think it's TPU. It's just a type of plastic, and it's filled with air. But like if you have a plastic bag or whatever that's this shape, if you put compressed air into it, it'll probably ball up into like a ball, right? So what Nike patented is Zoom Air, and they actually put fibers into it. They glue fibers on to both sides of the plastic, and it prevents it from bubbling up in the middle, I believe.
Yeah.
So it disperses the pressure evenly throughout the whole Zoom bag, so it doesn't circle up. That's what I think.
One thing that I'm interested to learn is that these fibers are literally
cloth.
Feel like cotton.
Yeah.
Cotton cloth, and they're like fuzzy.
Yes.
I thought because they look really nice and straight and clean when you look outside. The normal outsole, but they look like normal. They look like plastic, little tiny plastic strands to me when I look outside the midsole, but they're not. It's full on cloth, like you can just rip them with your hand.
Yes.
It's pretty crazy.
And another thing is, the plastic is actually kind of soft, but then feeling on top, it's the Strobel board that makes the actual cushion pretty stiff.
Yeah.
Which I don't, because if you feel it, that white part right there is actually really stiff.
Yeah, it is.
And so I guess that's what Adidas does, and like all these companies do. I don't know why they do that though. Why don't you just put like a softer kind of material so we can actually feel the cushion? Yeah,
so we're learning that a Strobel board is actually really, really integral into how shoe performs.
Yes. Or
how you feel the cushion, which is really interesting. I mean, having a really thick, cumbersome Strobel board can not completely, but definitely hinder a cushion a lot.
Yes.
So that was interesting.
Yeah, another thing is there's no phylon actually really, besides kind of like in the midfoot and forefoot, which is really cool. And the material, of course, is very interesting.
But the upper.
Yeah.
So you obviously you have your fly knit on top.
Yeah, look at that fly knit, look.
Which is nice. It's
and then,
strong.
Yeah, there's a fly knit, and then there's like a mesh underlay.
Yeah.
Connected to like a neoprene kind of material.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, seeing this in computer, like on FastPass, and seeing it in hand is actually really different. It's really cool.
Yeah.
And
so these straps, the flights, it's not fly wire. They're straps. They're eyelets, right? But they're attached to the under portion of the underlay, and then they pop through the fly knit.
That's cool.
That's cool. But yeah, other than that, nothing too crazy. This one had an external heel counter, which was pretty mellow.
Yeah.
Probably heel counter. Anyways.
So yeah, that's it. That's what's inside Zoom. We kind of know how it works. If you guys didn't know, now you know, or hopefully that's how it works. Or just if I was wrong, tell me down in the comment section below. But anyways, that's it. That was interesting. So if you guys want to see anything else, DM us on IG, SOLEBROS_IG. So that's
or if you need anything else crushed, to just roll by the house, dog, and we can just squish whatever.
Exactly.
All right, Soul Brothers, catch you in the next one later.